backtesting the iFVG module. Let me just pull something up quickly.
Percent chance.
So there you go. So these are iFVG rating model guide. And so what have we got here? We have all the setups being rated from A+ to C. So obviously you don't take C setups. None of those. Maybe some of the B setups you could take with like a small risk size. And then the A+ are the ones that you take with full risk. So let's see what are the requirements here. So liquidity sweep and delivering from iFVG. Typically you will have both liquidity sweep and delivery from another FVG where bodies respects it and absolutely respect it absolutely perfectly. Okay, that's the first requirement. Momentum with no chop. You must have strong momentum without chop through the iFVG and a quick reaction to the low slash high. So yeah, that's pretty nice to see when that happens. Targets are clear on these 7, so there's always equal highs, equal lows, internal highs, internal lows, data highs, data lows, or trend line liquidity. That doji also calls LR, so it's a low resistance liquidity run. And that's for the target. Okay. The fair value gap will be singular. If it isn't singular, check another time frame to see if when combined they are. Okay. Premium and discount. Long setups will typically be in discount and short premium of the range. And yeah, SMTs are nice bonus to this A+ setup model. So, and there you can see chart examples. Let's just, okay, it's kind of bad, but you can see how that looks. So you took the liquidity from that marked low. You are reacting away from FVG there. You inverse that fair value gap, and then there's like equal highs here. So I suppose this is like a A+ setup. Similar thing happened here to the downside. Equal highs, internal highs swept. We go to the downside, create iFVG with that one singular fair value gap. Remember that. and there you got equal lows. So yeah, equal lows and target. So we only want to take like A and A plus and A setup. So let's just write them out to my chart. So I have my coffee also. So I don't know what I'm looking at. What the heck is this? Okay, let's just have them like this. So we're gonna see liquidity sweep and delivery from fair value gap. That's the first prerequisite. Okay. Momentum. That is needed. Clear target. I don't need to write all those targets down. I can remember them. And I'm into trading a little bit over 1 year, but I've been trading like euro US dollar and like different strategy, and I'm not still like that profitable. So okay, let's go. Clear target. We want to have the iFVG will be singular, so singular and premium and discount. There you go. There it is, your list. Sorry. Okay, let's have them like that, and text wrap as well. But that's nice. So let's see what was with the A setup. So this was the A plus setup. So what's different? So A setup, liquidity sweep or delivery from iFVG. So we got either or. If we get liquidity sweep, we probably are not delivering from iFVG. Setups typically have either a liquidity sweep or delivery from an iFVG, not both. So that would make it an A setup. Momentum doesn't need momentum right away like A plus setup, but still good momentum on the break, no chop. Yeah. Targets are clear. That's the same thing. We also always need clear target, otherwise the position will lose. The fair value gap will be singular. Same stuff. Premium on discount. Delivery from an iFVG must be an obvious fair value gap in discount for longs or premium for shorts. and SMTs are a bonus. Okay, normal A setups you see on choppy and bad days will be A minus. So okay, so basically, so what's different from A plus and A minus setup is that we basically, the difference is not much. We might see slightly more chopping in the momentum side, but it should be still quite clear with the A setup, and then we don't need to have both liquidity sweep and delivery from iFVG. We could see only one of them. So basically, let's say we're trending to the upside. This range that goes down is delivering from higher time frame iFVG when it runs higher, but it doesn't necessarily take liquidity down here. So that's one of those examples where it doesn't take too much liquidity, but it's delivering from iFVG. There you are. These are your examples. Okay, A minus. I'm not even going to check the B and stuff like that because I'm never gonna take them. Okay, A minus. Liquidity sweep or delivery from iFVG. A minus setups typically have a liquidity sweep or delivery, but not both. Yeah, same with the A setup. Momentum with some chop. Likely to have momentum with a bit of chop through the iFVG, and the trade can't take place until the body closes fully over the overshoes under the iFVG. Yeah. Targets are clear. So the only thing that hasn't changed all over these setups, it's that every time, whether it's A plus or A minus, it has to have a clear target. Okay. The iFVG will be singular. Okay, so it needs to be singular as well in here. Premium / discount. So long setups may be in premium and short setups may be in discount. So meaning that you most often want to take the setups like premium and discount. You want to take the shorts in premium and longs in discount, but sometimes you might get the long setup in premium like that. You take the setup there to go long, like looking like that. But yeah, so that's the A minus. Okay, so you can see how, for example, with the A minus setup, you have clear targets and you have reason to go higher, but the iFVG inverse is kind of choppy. You can see how that chops inside of the iFVG, doesn't flip it immediately. So that's one of the big reasons why you want to maybe lower your risk when taking these A minus setups. And then when you look at B setup, it's like lack of liquidity sweep and or delivery from iFVG. So how are you taking a setup when it's not delivering from anywhere? It's not taking a liquidity from nowhere. So that just adds. So we are being fine with this, so I'll just have this, so let's have it. Sorry, I need to check some things if I can find this nice checkbox here. How about this? My autistic nature doesn't allow me to move on otherwise. Well, I kind of like this one. I don't know. Let's just go with that. So start our backtesting. So last night I took, yeah, you can see how there is like a nice winners, and every now and then you take a loser, big loser, couple of big losers as well, then nice winners. We were like climbing in profits nicely, but it was kind of slow for us. So January, February were very nice. Then the March was kind of hard for us. Now we're in start of April. NFP week as well. I'm trying to remember not to backtest the Friday session for that exact reason. So I'm going to have the iFVG rating guide also on my next screen here. So let's go. See what point in time are we in. Let's just, like, you could trade this time, but I don't know, man. I think we're running up there. We might not be getting anything. So iFVG. The question is this A plus setup or A setup? It's not. What's that? We're not delivering from FVG. I mean, there is this high time frame, but that's just M1 rejection. High time frame FVG, it's like M15 and higher. None of that happening here. Did we sweep liquidity? Well, a little bit here, but it would be nicer when it sweeps like some of these lows first. Momentum. I mean, this candle is not that momentous, but you know, when you compare it to these here, yeah, the momentum is decent. Clear target, yeah, there is that gap low. Oh yeah. Singular iFVG, there you go. Premium or discount, as you can see, I marked that out. We are nowhere near discount, so we can't take this. Okay, we hit the discount. Let's see if we can. Now you can see there is no singular iFVG, so what would you do? M2 has singular here. That's actually pretty nice. Now you can see how we have swept even this low. So there has been like a small amount of LR here that's been swept now. So we could go long soon if the M2 flips. Okay, we just continue dropping, so market kind of refuses to take out that high. And we have 50 minutes to go for our session. Around I can trade past that 11 a.m. Usually you are then shifting the lunch time. So New York lunchtime kind of doesn't provide too much volume. So last night I kind of took those stupid losses. I could have taken even a loss here because I'm trying to force price into the area that I want it to go, but you know, just look at the criteria and it doesn't hit. Criteria is not met here, so okay, relative equal lows, I would call them. I don't really like what I'm seeing here. Let's go to about new PM session. So do we see any A plus setups? Let's see. So I'm thinking we are running to this low because the previous 4 hour candle flipped bearish. We got this down here, and like it just seems that we could be starting to push down there. We are delivering. This candle is delivering from hourly fair value gap. Excuse me. Then we got M15 here. So meaning maybe what you would want to see is like a, you can see how these lows are stacking here. I don't know if it's LR, but I'll just call them that. Doesn't really matter. Maybe you would want to liquidate that high and then move lower, so let's see. But this M15 gap is important for us to resist. So this M2 gap, okay, so look at this. This is not really a high time frame fair value gap delivering away from, but if you look at this M2 and these closing on point respecting. So M2 does not want to flip that. Oh, that would have been the possible entry there. Do you see liquidity sweep? I mean, had this swept this high, I would have been all over this, but not for now. I think this is like a lower tier setup with some possibility of playing out, so I'm going 1% risk. It's either 3% or 1%. Okay, this is probably running into my stop. Okay, shouldn't have taken that because we didn't run the liquidity. Anyways, like even if we go all the way up here and are like most bullish than ever, I just can't justify taking longs when you are sitting with that amount of liquidity down there. Oh shit, I accidentally removed my criteria there. That's actually bad. Let's see if we can get that back. There you go. That was mad. I'm going to copy paste it somewhere else. Let's put that on a notepad or some shit. Sorry about that. So let's get back to this shit. So now we've swept that high. Let's see if we can still respect this gap. That would be amazing. Singular ferrule gaps in this range. M3 there's like small as well. M5 that has one there. Okay, so we're not bearish anyways. In any ways, we're just pushing higher, and you know, I couldn't identify the possible long buy, so I might just not be able to catch any trade here. We're pushing way too far, and this is PM session. I'm not interested in this price action. Let's just move to the AM session. Oh, coffee. Smooth. So, AM session, what do you have? You have huge bullishness that previous day high got swept. There is this gap, new week opening gap, so possibly you could just tap that and move higher. I don't know. Let's just have a quick assessment on what's being in this price league. So we got this fair value gap, this fair value gap. These are the major areas. Now this got tapped into, meaning that our next target in bullish scenario would be that other gap up here. So let's see if we can have a bullish reaction from this new week opening gap. Let's just refine this a little bit better. So that's the Friday open there. So open Friday, last Friday candle, open bull candle, there you go. And then you open here, trade straight down. So yeah, this is the real gap, there you go. So I'm seemingly bullish here. Now we set this low. Maybe you would want to sweep this fair value gap up. It seems like we are bullish, although there is decent amount of liquidity in this range. There is like relative equal lows in M1 here. I don't know how important those kind of flows are, though. I would rather see them swept and then some nice momentum candle to the upside, flipping. So for example, this is okay. So what do we have here? We swept the liquidity. I think we are not in discount, but it's like high time frame price leg. We are tapped almost the equilibrium, so that's all we would really need. The problem is that we're trending to the downside, and I don't really like the structure we are building here. Like, I would want to say, like, I don't know, a little bit, like, I just don't feel comfortable longing this immediately. I would want to build some structure, maybe even like break of structure or some shit, and then I could enter from when this kind of iFVG gets inverse. So that would make me feel a bit more comfortable. So this could play out, but I'm getting a PTSD from this shit, so I'm not taking that shit. I didn't think it would work out either, because if I truly did, I would have taken that immediately. But you know, new week opening gap. Let's mark out the premium and discount zones. So now we're in discount, so we can start looking longs because we are chopping to the downside. We are not seeing very much momentum, meaning that let's hope we can see some nice signature in price at 9:30. Let's just remove that shit. That's not really important as long as we know what's in there. So we're falling down, probably targeting these relative equal lows. That's what I'm thinking at this point, really. Okay, they get tapped, swept, whatever. I mean, this is your 4-hour price, like that's like internal low. Do you have like, or do we have reason to go higher or take a long here? That's my question. Well, we flip this gap. We have avoided all that shit by a small gap. It's not that clear and obvious. I do like this candle though. This could be a relatively free trade, meaning because you would go break even at that rally gap. And targeting some of the internal like liquidity up here wouldn't be too bad of an idea, because we've swept like a lot of liquidity down here, and the fact that we react like that. So we go and take this with the risk. Okay, so that would be break even. I'm closing half. Oh, sorry. I don't know why this bugs. So this FX replay like lags always when I'm trying to take the partials out. And look at that. That's beautiful candle, 10 a.m. candle. And we made over 4% with that 3% risk. But that was amazing trade. And you know, yesterday I was backtesting this shit. I took so many losses because like I didn't really look at the prerequisites. I didn't really look at the requirements, or nor did I think about them. But now I've written them down, and I'm actively re-evaluating the setup. When I see some, does it fill all of this? So it didn't. This one did, and so I was comfortable taking that shit. And you can see how you don't need a break of structure necessarily. You can just go along when you see these kind of things playing out. Unfortunately, in real life, maybe I would have gone break even here. Technically, that should have been the case, but I don't know. This is not that clear and obvious high, so you could do basically whatever you want. And this you could even hold up here if you think price is moving there. We can try to get new setups in the new setups if it gives us something. Okay. So we like this momentum. Like the initial momentum is not good, but this momentum is nice. So this is like inversion with some chop, I would say. We are way too close to this high to my liking, but it doesn't tap that out, so we can still take it and we can target these highs. I don't have my stop at that candle low, and I wouldn't risk more than 1% because we are far in premium pricing. But yeah, so this is like A setup or A minus because we're not in discount. The FVG is single. We do have clear target. A lot of these relative equal highs and LR here. Momentum is not initially so good, but this kind of momentum is very nice. We are not really, I mean, we technically took the liquidity down here, but I don't know if it counts as a liquidity sweep because we are far up here, so. But I'm just taking this with 1% risk because I think the momentum will push it at minimum up here, and that will give us a free trade. So, for example, this one is not a loss because we need to, because this would be a break even. So I'm trying to get that break even. So you can see how that goes, but I'm thinking we'll run up there, so I'm not really messing that bad here. If I can just get the break even. Okay, this is why I don't like FX replay. One of those reasons, but listen, man, this is break-even setup, please. This is mad. I need to skip so many days because of this shit. We are eventually gonna run there, I know it, but just move there, you motherfucker. No, there you go. And we had to skip like 1 month because of that stupid shit. Because of I wanted to get break even. What can you do about that? Okay, let's move again. This high swept. There's still the 4-hour fair value gap we haven't tagged into. If we wanted to get longs, I would want the price to fall up down here. So that's the first requirement for price. Equal loss swept here, so we are sweeping sell side heavily here. If you sweep like some nice amount of buy side here and flip bearish, I'm looking to go short anyway. I would like to look at this as the range, which in we are premium right now. Okay, so does this gets, so this doesn't, if that swept that high, I would be taking sell here, but I'm not. I can't take that sell, man. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we see more liquidity being built there, so we can't take that sell, but we could take a buy here if we can. Obviously, your problem would be that small gap here, but we do flip that with nice momentum. I would go target up here. I do think this is fine. Okay, this is your break-even position, and it's, I don't know what it does, but this is why you take like aggressive break even. Sometimes you're wrong and you are massively able to deliver profit still. So there's this M3, more sell side swept, M3 flips, equal highs are here to target, so we are definitely taking this. Again, we have made so okay. So I definitely would have taken profits out here, but that candle kind of. So now there is a chance that it just runs against us. But yeah, I was ready to do that. So we caught a nice buy there. And we are up 30,000 with 50k account, so that's something. That would have passed the. Oh, sorry. Let's just check that out. So I will note you if I'm taking this or buying this, but considering of taking and buying the Apex account 50k, because it's like how much, like $37, and I know that you can see how the profit go is 3k, trailing threshold 2.5k. So you, meaning if you're $2,500 up in a trade and you don't take profits, you just let it run to your break-even stops, you will be failing this account. So that's kind of the trailing shit. As far as I'm concerned, like is that what the trailing threshold means? Let's check that out. So yeah, it's trailing stop or something. I don't know, but anyhow, that's profit goal $3,000. But yeah, you know, for trailing threshold to be let's see. So yeah, I'm not fully sure about the ruling here, but as far as I'm concerned, this is like the drawdown you are allowed to have. You're allowed to lose this amount of money, and it's kind of trailing. So if you are taking 50k account, you are 5,000 and your balance is 51,000, let's say. Then you're only allowed to go down to 48.5k, if you know what I'm saying. Whereas if you start at 50k and lose immediately all of this 2.5k, you are allowed to go to 47.5k before you lose the account. So that drawdown is kind of trailing. So that they don't allow you to lose your profits per se. But yeah, that was a good one. That was a decent trade. I liked it. We were able to monetize on M3 with that candle. So we move lower. So that, look how that gets swept and we move immediately lower. That's like relatively equal highs there. It's nice to be able to understand the liquidity so nicely. Okay, we are having relative equal lows here. So after you sweep some nice buy side, we could go for shorts. We are delivering right now away from M15 here, which has been respected all over the place. We got one massive M1 FVG, M3 no, none of that shit, but M2, there we go. So let's see if we can flip that. Nope. Once more sweep. And we're moving further up. Let's see how the 4-hour looks. No fair value gap here. None of those here. M15, you got that. That could work for target, but I'm not too comfortable longing there. I want to see some clear action. Maybe if these gets flipped, I could be considering your longs. But okay, this M2. Okay, so the M2 that marked out. I would have got into that, but unfortunately we swept our target with the same candle, so I just cannot take that. Maybe this could provide. Okay, so this is one of those inversions that are very choppy, which you don't necessarily want to see, but you can take the smaller risk position for the fact that you have liquidity up here, you swept the sell side, you are in bullish range, delivering away from hourly fair value gap here. I'm sure there's like M30 fair value gap smaller. I mean there it kind of is, but it's not that nice. So now, yeah, it is what I would say we are in a premium of this price leg. I don't feel comfortable longing this. I'd rather just take the A plus, and even if I tried to took like, okay, so this would be much cleaner if it now inverse, because we have taken the LR here. But now we can't see any of the inversions here. Maybe M3. Okay, M3 is about to inverse, and it doesn't, and then it's like a choppy inverse here. I would want to wait for maybe like that M2 getting inversed. That is too choppy. I don't feel like it. M1 is probably inverting that here. I don't like it either here. Just give me the M2. I'm a little bit picky now, but and we might be missing on some profits, but okay. So now we're a little bit too far up, probably. I'm trying to catch like 1-to-1 R, and this is not premium nor like this is not a discount where you wanna buy, yeah. So I'm just trying to catch some small profits here, not nothing too big. That's break even. It's either break even or full 1-to-1 R. Because if I was risking 3%, we would be very well up here. But when you're risking only 1%, you are like 0.4% up here. I just don't feel the need to take out that profit. That's not that much. So we take some of that, but we leave this high, for example. So meaning that we will probably come back to that. The time is not right though necessarily. I don't know. We just go to BM session. This was decent session. We took nice over 4% winners, so who complains? So BM session we have come back up heavily. I think before we would go back up, we further up we would take out that fair value gap, because we're kind of accumulating now, so we need to take a little bit more of that sell side. More of that sell side, you know what I'm saying? So this gets, or does it get flipped? No, it does not get flipped, it's respected. Well, now it's flipped, but I can't take a long from here. I cannot take the long. Now we're in hourly fair value gap. What you wanna see is like, if the hourly could get respected and simultaneously wick out that low, that would be the perfect sell side purge. Or then it's just about to dump and doesn't give a fuck about the sell side, it just wants to go lower. If you look at this range, the discount is about to hit, so we can start looking longs. There's liquidity up here. Again, way too many fair value gaps. We need to build some structure here first before any type of setup can be looked at. So some could have taken this one. Listen, man, you're free to do what you want, but man, that's almost too small of a fair value gap for naked eye to see. So I'm not interested. Now this one is decent because you chop up, sweep some liquidity here, then you inverse it. We are delivering off of discounted the price leg. We mitigated that extremity fair value gap there. So I'm somewhat interested. What I would say is that it's getting late. So this is like a small position setup. It's getting late, man. If we can catch 2% here, I'm totally cool with that shit. I would move this break here, and I'm not ready to look at the chop. I want it to deliver to my TP immediately if it wants to. That's how you manage your risk, you know. Go break even early. I mean, obviously that's not that good of an idea if you're trading like some low frequency strategy or some shit, but when I'm trading like this, it's vital to go break even there. New York session. New York session. Still haven't taken that 4 hour kind of accumulate here. Chop. Deliver away from this daily. Huge push to the upside. Maybe you want to sweep a little bit more sell side before moving back up. So let's see. 4 hour. So there's not only this, but there's also this, and that technically got swept, but I think market could want to take it once more because it's kind of shallow sweep. You can see it almost looks like equal lows. We're delivering from this hourly, so I like to look at these ranges in like M15, for example, when I'm trading M1. So LR here being built. Give me some sweep of that shit. So wait. Would I feel comfortable taking longs to target that LR? Have we swept enough by sell side here? I don't really know. I mean, all of these lows get swept, so it's decent. We still left that unswept. But the question now is, Okay, you got that fair value gap. Actually, M3 sweeps those. And it sweeps that extremely low down here. Before that, that's the last low before that low. We could like target 1-to-1R into this LRLR. Now maybe this would be nicer if we had some fair value gap. 30 minutes, there you go. So we've taken nice winners. I do feel comfortable putting the risk into market, so I allow myself more break even. And that hits, so that's nice 3% win there. Okay, back in the business, mate. So nice winner there. So what I'm thinking, like, we are downtrending a little bit, and so we got that LRLR here. So I feel totally comfortable taking profits out 1-to-1R, and I back some nice, a little bit over 3% there. That's pretty cool. Cause if you think about this, that there is some like quite nice fair value gap here, but I don't want to risk it, because then this would have happened, and the downtrend kind of says that price is going lower. So if you have this LRLR, it doesn't even need to sweep all of it, so I'm just targeting 1-to-1R. That's what I've kind of realized. That's very nice to do. So yeah, I took this, executed this on M3. You can see how that one candle flips all of these gaps, but M5 is actually the one that flips the singular gap, so this would be the setup, mainly the M5 setup, I would say. 1-to-1 right there. But yeah, now we're moving back lower. We are having some liquidity down here, so let's see what you get. We swept some of the buy side now. We could have price going lower, or then it's just continuing to take some of these highs because it still failed to go further up. Market opens there, stock market open, yeah. Let's see if that could, okay, it did manage to tap into that, so I'm thinking that the shorts are looking pretty good to these lows. We created a relative equal lows even here. The problem mostly with the stock market open is that it doesn't really print fair value gaps too much. Like occasionally it can give you like that, but often it kind of wicks, it creates these kind of ugly candles that wick so hard, and meaning that the fair value gap is not being created. Okay, that one gets flipped. The only question is, can we or should we take this? Well, that 4-hour low gets tapped, and not only tapped, also swept. But I think we're downtrending still, so I'd rather go short in this area. I don't want to take this. And we are kind of shorting from there, but the problem is that we're not creating fair value gap for me to get involved. So that's unfortunate, but we have to allow price go without us if he wants to. Now it's just kind of dumping. I don't know. Let's just go New York session PMC if that could provide me something. So 4-hour candle absolutely demolishes this low. So that would give me some type of long bias, but if you see what's happening here, LR, give me like a, okay, so premium and discount again. How's that working? We could, based on that, only go long if we tap this equilibrium or go lower. So meaning that we cannot take setup right now, right here. Equilibrium tapped, and it starts to reject, but it's choppy. I'm not interested in this. I'm gonna just be totally honest. So let's go to New York session. New York session. So we are having initially bullish reaction from this fair value gap. So like stock market open could push price down here, but as of now I'm looking either push up or sweep of that low and push up. So but because of the reaction that the upside is kind of choppy, you can see like huge volume, choppy. So this is making me think that maybe we are going to push lower first before moving to our buy side direction. So relative equal highs getting swept, this could allow us to go short. I'm not going to lie, we're building some nice LR here. Okay, we flip these candles 834. We could have some nice profits here. I would this is like anomaly week, so I would rather measure the price like from here to here. But you know, if you look at it in owl, it's not looking too like odd. But you know, equilibrium tapped. I don't still know if this is just good enough. Just quite good enough. How does the M15 look in here? So we are technically delivering away from this. Swept some liquidity. There is still this untapped. This is making me some type of like giving me some type of hesitant vibe. But we've taken so nice wins, and this is still kind of technically filling the criteria. So the FVG is actually not singular, but I guess it's fine when it flips all of them like that. So maybe we are moving lower. We should take some profits out here. I'm taking 50% off. There you go. Okay, so that was unfortunate. I should have taken more off here, but I was feeling kind of greedy, so we made 1% with that. That's cool. M5. So M3, there's this M3 gap. If that gets like flipped, okay. This is pretty nice volume. I do like this. Okay, so this would be break even. Please don't mess with my cool. We were able to catch the break even there. It didn't start to mess with me. I don't know if I should have taken that or not really, but let's just see if this gives me some nice inversion. So technically this gets inverted, but I don't like the sweep with the same candle. So now we get bearish inversion here. It's kind of choppy. You see how we react bullishly, then we invert that. But even this candle that inverts, it has a huge upside wick. Relative equal highs. I'm not taking that shit. So we're stepping deeper into this area, but I don't know. I'm kind of hesitant. We could take buys, we could take shorts, but I want to see something specific. Give me some clear and obvious gap. Okay, that's getting swept. So what do you have? Technically this is now your range. We are in this premium, sorry. We are delivering from FVG, possibly like here, but it's kind of like, do you need to see rejection from here? Not necessarily. This is an hourly fair value gap, so let's see where the consequent encroachment is. There you go, that one. Just let's just have it like this. So now we can measure the consequent encroachment with our FVG like that, with our FIP like this. This is pretty cool. So that gets flipped. I guess this meets our criteria, so we are totally fine with the possibility of taking a loss here. Or break even. What is the FX replay? Okay, 50% off there. They would just target that low, nice and easy. Okay, it hits. Let's go check our profits. We are doing pretty well with this backtesting. This is mad. 3% risk per trade. Sometimes only like 1% when you don't feel like it. But we got 70% win rate. Let's go to analytics. So we're climbing up heavily, and you see here we skipped like month because of that stupid trade. Oh, it was not 70% win rate. It's like this win rate consists a huge amount of losses that should be cut out. Like they are not part of this strategy really, but I just kind of messed with the markets. But you should be noting this P&L and the fact that even though we have taken losses, we have taken nice wins and much more of them. And you know, some of the losses are like with 1% risk, whereas most of the winners are with with 3% risk per trade. So the winners are much higher. But yeah, even the April that we skipped here, you can see we only took 2 trades, but the one was almost 5%, the other one almost 3%. So we still made 5.11% April, and March was actually worse because you can see how we took a little bit too many losses, and these losses there were like a couple of them which were to our plan, but most of these losses were like not to our plan. I was like kind of messing with the markets too much. But you can see 5 trades that could have profited, which went to break even, and we have 47 break even setups. So meaning if we lost all of those, if we won 5 of them and lost all the rest, we would be like in trenches. So that's why the break even is so important part of this strategy. So that was pretty nice. Let's move on. I would be done for the day if we hit that kind of play. So let's just go for next session and make our markups again. That 4 hours is still not tapped. So yeah, sweep of sell side into this gap. New day opening gap here with this and this. I'm thinking that this could be a bullish day based on not only these kind of things, but we are in bullish range here. We could reject away from this 4 hour. I would note this daily fair value gap equilibrium. Okay, let's see what we get. Delivering away from 1 hour. Let's say we flip some gap here. I don't feel comfortable taking that. We got too much liquidity. Sell side here. We would need to sweep all that first. So okay, we sweep some of it and flip that gap. We're so well in profit, so I could kind of like, you would say, try it with smaller position size, targeting some of these internal highs. Cause yeah, like, who's saying that we have to come back down here? The one thing I don't like is this fair value gap. Where was it? M15. So this could still reject from here, so I don't actually want to take this. So yeah, we just gone. So this would have been break even. As if we didn't even take it, that gets rejected away from. That's what I mean, man. Okay. So actually now we've taken the buy side. And now we flipped this gap. We could go short. And we are bearish with the latest trend. So meaning I'll just have a nice target to that low. So liquidity sweep happens. Delivery, I mean, technically, yeah, technically no. I mean, yes, because we got that fair value gap here. And even this inversion here. Momentum is decent. Clear target. Yeah, we got that. LR. Singular FVG, yes. I mean, that deliverance starts from yeah, we are in like a premium pricing, or at least we were. We are around equilibrium right now, but I'm taking this. Okay, now I have 2 positions there. Okay, let's see. Give me only one. There we go. And we are going to monitor this in M1. Okay, internal high swept. We have to remember that sometimes it hits our break even and still runs, but we have to do what our rules says. Like, even this would have been nice winner, but what can I do? We have made decent amount of profits, and we need to move with the rules and let some profits stay in the market. We can't catch everything, because if we start to break our break-even rules, yeah, we could have won that, but then that just becomes gambling, because next time we break, then we are losing, and then I'm losing. At the end of the day, I'm losing all the profits there. So yeah, you're losing a bit of a profit, but if you're 70% up for like 70% up for like 4 months of backtesting, you shouldn't be too greedy with the left out profits in the market. So now I'm thinking we will run this low, but we are kind of chopping here, so let's see if we could get some nice sweep this creates now equal lows. Yeah, it takes that. Could there be like a long position? I mean, technically speaking, this is this kind of 4-hour leg, but that could be kind of like a trend, trading against the trend, I would say. So I want to take it, but with smaller lot size again, because we have momentum, possibility of momentum to go up here, but I just don't buy the setup fully. Okay, I'm actually not taking that. I want this M5 inversion before I can take any of it. And we just saved ourselves for from a loss. Because look at that, we would have taken that. It would have actually been a break even there. So you see how good this strategy is. We are able to save ourselves so many problems. Okay, this gets flipped. I don't like the LR. If this was like a breaker, if this was like becoming a breaker like that, yeah, but it didn't sweep the lows. I don't buy it. Okay, we flip that once more. We got some highs here to target. It's late for the day. I think we have made enough profits with in the markets. What day was that? So yeah, today we just took a bunch of break-evens. I will re-evaluate this quickly. So we actually are delivering from here. We have swept liquidity. Are we having momentum? I mean, kinda yes, but the gap is kinda odd. It's like a small and disgusting, and it's not that clear and obvious, but I do like the momentum. We do have clear target. The iFVG is singular. I would say this is delivering from this cow, which means that this is fine. So I'm again taking only 1%. Okay, it starts to chop. It doesn't really hit any of those highs, so we shouldn't go break even. But I don't like the price action. And it hits our 2R, meaning that we are 1% up, 2% up for the day. We were still able to take our slice away from the market, so let's move to the next day. And you can see why I would like this strategy, because like it's very straightforward. It's very objective in my opinion, because you have these objective rules, and because sometimes I'm a little bit more often than like a professional trader would be, I'm wrong with my daily bias. I'm still more right than wrong, but I'm still sometimes wrong, and maybe a little bit too often wrong to be kind of profitable, you might say. But with this strategy, if I'm wrong, I can still most of the time not lose, because I am able to take the break-even setup, which I do like, and this like high frequency trading way, and I just love it. I don't know why, but it just works. So I'm probably starting to trade futures with this. And yeah, like just recently I have started to backtest this, but I've known this for a while and I've been trading for a long time, so I know all the concepts behind this. I know everything. Really, I'm just backtesting and implementing what I've already known for like a year. Because around a year ago I got introduced to ICT, but let's see what we get. Flip, we're probably running that high. Is that gonna happen? Delivering from here. Yeah, we're probably delivering here, but I don't like that. That's some data loss probably. So I'm taking nothing unless we sweep this or that low first. Let's just simulate further. Okay, we take that high. Okay, now we have equal lows. We got a lot of buy side swept, which we could still take. Go and take this high. Do we flip any of the gaps? You know what I'm saying? We're just moving higher pretty much. No gaps flipped here. So one gap flipped, but it's very choppy flip. I do not like it the slightest. We're just building LR here, probably pushing through that soon. Maybe with that flip. So this is a position you could take. We are far in premium though. So that is like, this is like some type of like someone could say this is a bad idea. And I would only be comfortable risking 0.5% here because of but I'm taking this because it looked like it was going to work. But you can see how I cut my risk when, and this is not a better one really. I could take another 0.5% there and kind of make my loss back. If we are -1% for the day, it would be absolutely fine. Okay, let's go to the next day. That was not the greatest day. I kind of tried something out with small risk levels, but kind of didn't work out. Okay, so last days we keep being kind of chop here. What I still do think we're bullish, we respect that. We didn't take that high, so I'm bullish all the way up. We should though tap a little bit deeper into like this price leg. Let's just mark the equilibrium like so. So what M15 does, sweep some of the internal buy side, goes lower, targeting these lows probably, like going for that one. Let's see if we can get some nice buy side fair value gap. Okay, we don't, and then we sweep that. But we're far in premium. I'm not longing here, even though we could have nice long position technically. So what we realistically need to see now is like a delivery away from this fair value gap. So give me like a bullish fair value gap in this range, and then flip that, and we can go short, targeting like these lows. Okay, relative equal lows. It's building liquidity up here, so we want to sweep that. Okay, so you could have taken, so that flips by, it's too choppy, I don't like it. So market kind of doesn't give you the opportunity that we are looking at. Okay, this is the first kind of clean buy side fair value gap. So I think we have swept. We're delivering. Okay, we're delivering away from here. We tapped though in the, although we tapped in this, which I don't like. I'm reevaluating this. Well, if we get nice, like very strong momentum. Okay, so we flip that with a chop. It's not A+, it's not 3% risk worthy. It's like 1% risk worthy. Okay, let's just go again for this. So we sweep liquidity. I mean, do we really? I mean, yeah, we do take some of that shit. Delivery from M15. We do have. Do we have clear target? It's like equilibrium of a price range is not a clear target. I don't, nor do I like this fact that we're rejecting away from here. No, this is why you want to take your time and re-evaluate the setup, because it could run. I just don't like it. Now we have created equal lows, or relative equal lows rather. So if we sweep that high and give you a nice inversion, that could be the clear target that we're talking about. Okay, problem number one, we don't take that high. We cannot take the setup. We could now go long, though. I think this nicer long setup. Although I would only target 1 to 1R because this is way too kind of. So let's reevaluate this a little bit better. So technically this is the M15 price range. You are in discount. We sweep liquidity. We are delivering away from this one. You can see how that reacts. Pretty nice. Do we have momentum? I mean, it kind of chops inside, and then so it's like a little bit of good momentum, but it's not like the last candle that breaks that. It's good momentum, but here we don't really have that. Clear target, yes. Sell side swept. FYP singular, yeah. Premium, yeah. So this, I think this still works. And it hits 1 to 1R. That was perfect. And you know, like it checked all the boxes we go for it, and it hits. Yeah, we could have held all over here, but we're kind of trending it downside. Buy side swapped, who's saying that we cannot reject away from here and just give like huge push lower. Clearly ends up targeting this high. it's getting into lunchtime, but if this sweeps some sell side now and gives you bullish scenario, this is quite nice buy, I'm not going to lie. Tap. M2 has singular gap. Oh, the real buy should have been there. So if this loses, I'm break even for the day. I don't want to be break even for the day, so I'm actually only just risking 1% because it's kind of late for the session. And it hits, and I'm done for the day. We took 3%, 1% win. No, I could have taken the 3% risk there and be 6% for the day, but I'm totally fine with the 4%. So, and even with that, you know, I took the setup here, but the real trade would have been this, and that would have provided me 2% win instead of 1%. So it's kind of annoying, but what can you do? I do like this strategy a lot. Okay, I think we might be back for done for the day. At least this morning we might be back testing in the evening. Tomorrow is a trading day, so I'm gonna update about upcoming streams probably in X. But yeah, good shit.